There is a moment somewhere between the silence of midnight and the first breath of dawn when the world stands still. In this silence, you can almost hear the pulse of possibilities, the whisper of dreams yet to be born. It is in this space before the world awakens, before the noise, doubts, and routine that the seeds of luck are sown. Not in the noise of the crowd, not in the comfort of the familiar, but in the quiet confidence of a mind that dares to believe that money will appear out of nowhere. This is not fantasy. These are not empty dreams of idlers or desperate people. This is a law of the universe, as real as gravity, as inevitable as the sunrise. It is a principle that built empires, turned beggars into kings, and made the impossible inevitable. It is the secret that Edison carried in his heart when he suffered 1,000 failures. The fire that burned in Carnegie's eyes when he looked at empty account books. The unshakable faith that Walt Disney held on to when the world called him crazy. It is the truth I have discovered in the minds of the world's greatest people. Wealth in all its forms begins not in the bank, but in the mind. You see, the world you live in is not something that is set in stone. It is not a prison of circumstances or a lottery of luck. It is a canvas waiting for the strokes of your intention. Every fortune that has ever been accumulated, every empire that has ever risen, began with a single thought, clear, focused, and unwavering. The mind is the workshop of creation, the forge where desires are forged into reality. And the first law is this: what you think, you become. What you believe, you create. But belief is not something random. It is not a fleeting desire or a half-hearted hope. It is a force, a current that flows deeper than fear, stronger than doubt. It is the conviction that no matter what the world says, no matter how many doors slam shut, no matter how many times you fall, you will rise. You will be persistent. You will see in your mind's eye a vision of your future so vivid, so unyielding, that the universe itself will bend to your will. This is the mindset of extraordinary people. It is a mindset that refuses to accept the limitations of the present, that sees beyond the horizon of the ordinary. It is the thinking that Lincoln carried through years of defeat and disappointment, the thinking that guided Ford when he reinvented the automobile, the thinking that all the titans of industry, all the architects of destiny have mastered. It is the thinking that says, I am not a victim of circumstances. I am the creator of my own destiny. But thinking alone is not enough. Faith without clarity is a ship without a rudder. You must know with piercing precision what you want. Not just a vague desire for more money or a better life, but a vision so clear and detailed that you can feel it, taste it, live it in your imagination. Clarity is a magnet that attracts opportunities from the ether, a beacon that guides your actions through the fog of uncertainty. Think of Edison, bent over his workbench night after night, pursuing his vision of a world lit by electric light. He did not hope for success. He saw in his mind's eye a glowing filament, a shining light bulb, the transformation of darkness into day. That clarity became his obsession, his guiding star, the force that carried him through failure after failure, until finally the world caught up with his vision. So ask yourself, what do you really want? Cut through the noise, the expectations, the fears. What dream keeps you up at night? What vision ignites your soul? Write it down. Say it out loud. Visualize it in your mind, because what you see inside, you can create outside. But a vision, no matter how vivid, is powerless without a goal. A goal is the engine that drives you forward when the road is long, the nights are cold, and the world seems indifferent to your efforts. A goal is the reason behind what you do, the reason you get up before dawn, the fuel that keeps you going when every muscle is screaming to quit. Carnegie didn't build his fortune just for the sake of gold. He built it to prove that anything is possible, to lift others up with him, to leave behind a legacy that would outlive him. Disney didn't build his empire for money. He did it to bring joy, to inspire wonder, to remind the world that dreams are worth fighting for. When your goal is clear, when it burns in your chest like a living thing, nothing can stand in your way. But a goal must also be backed by discipline. The world is full of dreamers, those who wish, hope, and imagine. But only disciplined people turn dreams into reality. Discipline is the bridge between thought and action, between desire and achievement. It is daily practice, relentless commitment, refusing to give in to distractions or procrastinate. Ford did not revolutionize the industry by working when he felt like it. He did it by showing up to work day after day, refining, improving, pushing the boundaries of what was possible. Discipline is a quiet force that builds over time, a steady drip that carves canyons, an invisible hand that shapes destiny. And yet, even discipline is not enough without action. The universe rewards the bold, the active, those who step into the arena and risk failure for a chance at greatness. Action is the alchemy that turns thoughts into gold, the spark that ignites the fire of creativity. Every happiness, every breakthrough, every miracle began with a single step taken with faith in spite of fear. You will face challenges. You will stumble. You will face rejection, ridicule, and resistance. But every defeat is a lesson. Every failure is a step toward success. The world does not give its treasures to the timid. It gives to those who are persistent, who adapt, who learn, who grow, and who refuse to give up. Gratitude is your shield against despair, your anchor in a storm. When you are grateful for what you have, you open the door to more. When you see abundance in every moment, you attract abundance in all its forms. Gratitude turns lack into abundance, fear into faith, and limitations into limitless possibilities. Adaptability is your weapon against the unexpected. The world is constantly moving, changing, evolving. Those who cling to the past, who resist the flow, are swept away. But those who adapt, who embrace change, who see opportunity in chaos, rise above. They turn obstacles into stepping stones and failures into springboards. Resilience is your armor. The world will test you, break you, bend you. But it cannot defeat you unless you give up. Resilience is the strength to get back up again and again, to turn wounds into wisdom, pain into strength. It is the spirit of Lincoln, who suffered defeat after defeat and yet became immortal. It is the heart of every champion, every creator, every soul that refused to break. Education is your compass. The world is a vast, ever-changing landscape. Those who stop learning, who think they know enough, fall behind. But those who seek knowledge, who crave growth, who remain humble and curious, are always ahead. They see what others miss, seize what others fear, and create what others cannot imagine. So, as you stand on the threshold of your destiny, remember, money will not appear out of thin air, not by magic, not by accident, but through the relentless application of these principles. Thinking, belief, clarity, vision, purpose, discipline, action, gratitude, adaptability, resilience, learning. These are the keys that unlock the safes of wealth, the laws that govern the universe of success. You are not a prisoner of circumstances. You are not a victim of fate. You are the architect of your destiny, the master of your mind, the creator of your wealth. The world is waiting for you to claim your birthright, step into your power, and unleash the force that can turn thoughts into reality, desires into destiny, and dreams into gold. The path will not be easy. There will be days when the darkness seems endless, when the mountain seems too high, when the world seems to be conspiring against you. But remember, every great achievement was once impossible. Every success was once a fantasy. Every legend was once a dreamer standing where you stand now, facing the same doubts, the same fears, the same choices. Will you retreat in the face of adversity, or will you rise up? Will you accept the limitations of the world, or will you break them down? Will you wait for permission, or will you take your destiny into your own hands and never let go? The choice is yours. The power is in your hands. The future is in your hands.